like review. There we go. Okay, it's on recording. Yeah, even as a student way back in, my early years of learning,
Mhm.
I was an intense note taker. And I didn't always review all those notes, but knowing that they were there really kind of like bolstered my confidence that I was learning it. And then, yeah, it just helped to solidify the new information in my brain. So that's the way I do it. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
All
Uh,
right. Let's start out with, I mean, you told me specifically that you want to know how this community is going to be beneficial or valuable to a person who is in your state, which is you consider yourself a complete newbie, which I believe is probably a little bit of an underestimation, but that's where you feel you are, and you want to make sure that you're getting everything you can out of this community. Starting from there, what do you hope to get out of this conversation in the next 26 minutes?
okay. Um, yeah, I think like I said, I I do not have much experience at all using chatbots um for like for work. Um, and so I think from my experience, I have recent marketing internship experience and as well as coursework that was um, entrepreneurial and like customer facing. So um, I think even what you mentioned earlier with creating personas, I remembered doing that in one of my classes. And so um, I think I definitely just I think going into this role that I have an offer for, which is like I mentioned, the marketing slash customer relationship slash customer support role. Um, I have I have an idea of how it works to like interview customers and to understand who they are and and uh, and like iterate a product that can better fit their needs. So I very much um, I think I can do that, or I'm interested in that type of work. But the AI portion, I think, yeah, is absolutely a new area for me. My technical background was developing AI,
Uh-huh.
but still very different than using I think.
And good. I'm glad that you're open to that idea. I think that you're going to, I'm just going to make a prediction that based on your advanced level of understanding on the technical side of it, once you see a few examples of how you're going to use it as a user, particularly for marketing, you're going to be like, well, that wasn't brain surgery.
Mhm.
I think you're going to be really happy with how easy it is to understand. And you won't have any challenges in being like mystified by the technology of it because you've already got that knowledge. So this is it's going to be, I think, pretty exciting for you once you learn a few little tips.
Hmm.
Let's start out. First of all, I want to spend 5 minutes on showing you around the community so that you can use it as a resource in the way that I think will benefit you most. And then you, of course, will practice some of these tips and probably elaborate on them. So if you've got a tab open on your computer that's open to the your
Yeah.
profile, and share your screen with me, and that will be recorded. And then we can use, I'll send you this recording. It'll be a private recording between you and me, but you'll be able to access it whenever you wish.
Okay.
All right.
Great. Let's see. All right. Can you
Okay,
tell me if you
perfect.
see that?
I can absolutely see that, and that's perfect. Okay, the first thing I want to bring your attention to is in the upper right-hand corner, there's a red circle and it says 61. Okay, there's a,
Yes.
and in that, what that means is that 61, there are 61 notifications to you personally. I am going to tell you that most of those are posts from Jason Cormier, who is the founder and the leader of this group. And by default, you follow all of his posts. And so go ahead and click on that bell, click on that 61, and you're going to see this huge thread. And it's Jason Cormier, me, Debbie,
Mhm.
Tony Crow, Jason Cormier. Okay, so a lot of those are posts that are just letting you know that Jason has posted new post, new post, new post, new post. You can turn those off if you want, but Jason is, he's putting a lot of content on our community in our community. And I see one that's December 2024. I'm seeing that on the screen right now. If you go to the top of that list,
Mhm.
scroll up, those are the most recent ones. Jason posts almost every day, and you'll see that. The third one on that list right now, you'll see Debbie Davis liked your comment. So you're notified every time you make a comment and somebody likes it, like myself, you'll see who liked it. If I had commented on it, it would say that Debbie Davis um, commented on your post. So that's the benefit of checking your I call them red bell notifications, but you'll want to, and you can go ahead and clear those out. Like if you said mark all as red, just to give you a clean slate, that would
Mhm.
be fine. But might want to take a couple minutes after we talk and just look at what were you being notified about. Now, the fourth one down says unlocked. You unlocked a new course. What happened was that you had acquired enough likes or points, enough people liked a comment that you made, or I don't think you've done any posts, but you've acquired enough likes that you went to the next level. So you are now, I believe you're in level 2, which means that you have free access to course 2. And each course, and we'll get back to that, each course has several modules, which I will encourage you to take a look at. Those are learning opportunities for you, and I'll show you how to look at those and how to get some benefit out of those. You don't earn anything by achieving a course or by completing a course, but they are full of really good information. Some of it might seem like really entry level stuff to you. And considering your kind of, I'm going to say advanced intellect, you'll probably be like, well, all right, that makes sense. That's easy and that's fine. And you can just click them off as yes, I've completed this, and just store it back in um, your brain trust. So, anyways, that's what that bell means. And I would encourage you to, on a daily or bi-daily or monthly, weekly basis, just check and see if you've got any red bell notifications. That's what's going on there. And every time you open one, like if you open that top one, Jason Cormier liked your comment. And what he did was he read your introduction and he just hit the like on it. You see a little thumbs up there. And
Mhm.
I'm assuming he also left a comment for you. Scroll down a little bit. I see my comment for you there. And then, yes, Jason
Oh,
also commented. And Jason's comments will sometimes be very brief because he's going through everybody's stuff. I tend to spend a little more time on my comments, just because I really want to encourage people to, understand that they've been recognized, understand that that we know that you're in the community. So Jason and I both commented, and the click on the one next to the thumbs up under either one of those. Not necessarily on the thumbs up, but on the number one. There we go. Oops.
Oh,
Oh, that was
gotcha.
okay. So you liked those. You already have recognized that he left you a comment. So the red bell notifications is one way to just understand what's going on. Now, if you decide Jason posts more than you have time to read, you can easily unfollow his post by clicking on his name. Go ahead and click on his name there, and then scroll down underneath this picture a little bit, and you'll see a button that says following. You can
Mhm.
unfollow him by just clicking that. I don't encourage you to do that,
Mm,
but you can do that if you find that he's posting more than you can read.
mm.
By default, I believe he is the only one that you're following. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Now, if you wanted to follow somebody else, so I see Lisa Adams is on right here on this screen. If you
Hmm.
clicked on her name right now, and you see that there is also a follow button under her name. If you wanted to start making sure that your red bell notifications alerted you every time she posts, all you have to do is click the follow button. Um, Lisa is on the board of advisors for this community. She's prolific, she's brilliant. And you may have, I don't know if she was at the meetup that you went to, but she does present at our meetups pretty frequently.
Oh, okay. She looks
Okay.
familiar. Yeah.
Yeah, and she's a big name in the AI, kind of the AI, arena. And we're very, very fortunate to have her as one of our advisors.
Mm,
So that's how you can follow certain people. And you'll be like, well, Deb, how do I know who to follow?
mm,
So what I'm going to do is have you click on over in the left-hand corner where it says AI Marketing Forum. Just click
sure.
that, and that takes you to our main page. And then about right, it says write something, and then in-person meetup is happening in 19 hours. And then you see a row that says announcements, questions, AI tools, courses. Those are what I refer to as message boards. So as a beginner, as you qualify yourself as a beginner, um, if you wanted to see what are people asking about, you might hit that questions button. And those are people who have posted and specifically said, I have a question. And while you might not feel qualified to answer any of those questions, you might read their questions and think, I have the same question. Or that's an interesting question. I never thought about that. So, as somebody who's just entering the space, you might find the questions message board to be particularly valuable because people are asking good questions. And
Mm,
then you'll see underneath paid GPT versus paid Claude for writing and market research, you'll
mhm,
see that 4 people have commented, and those pictures are the 4 people who have commented. Just click on the title of that post and you'll be able to see the full context of the question and then of the answers that have been provided or the advice that's been provided. Jason Cormier often, responds to every single question, and he is, an authority. So then you start seeing conversations that happen around the topic. So again, as a starting point for somebody who's just learning, you could go through everything, the people have asked. A lot of them are newcomers,
mm,
and say, oh, I've got the same question. And then go ahead and read the kinds of comments that come back, the advice or the elaboration that other community members have on that topic. And that's a great way for you to, at your own pace, look at those topics and see what other people who are new are asking and may very well relate to some of the questions you have.
mm. Right.
Okay. So the questions message board is one good place to do it. And, to get that, kind of get your feel for what's going on. Okay.
Awesome.
Each one of those message boards, again, if you scroll up to the top, there you go. And each one, announcements, questions, AI tools, courses, general, those are each message boards. And it kind of helps to filter some of the conversations that are being added to this community by community members.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
If you wanted to ask a question, very similar to the question that you wrote, I think it was in like, I forget what it was one of the course questions. I think that you asked a question about where I responded regarding the personas.
Oh
You
yeah.
could, yeah, you could also post it right here. Go ahead and just write some gobbledygook where it says write something. Go ahead and hit a few keys. There you
Mhm.
go. Drop down menu at the
Mm.
bottom of that window, and it says questions with a drop down menu.
Mhm.
Do you see that
Yeah.
in that field? Move your cursor down to the bottom of that field. Yeah, there you go. And you see where it says questions? You can choose any one of those message boards to post
Um,
something that you write. So if
okay.
you have a question, you could post it on the questions message board. If you have learned about a new AI tool and you want to share that with the community, you could post it on the AI tools message board. Okay, that's just, again, a way to help us to organize some of the thoughts. You can always go to the all message board and see everything that everybody is posting.
Okay.
Okay. And if you don't know
Great.
where, if you have something that you want to contribute to the community and you're not sure, it doesn't fit into AI tools, it's not a question, it's not about the course, just hit the general and just stick it on the general board.
Mm.
Okay. And again, Jason and I look at everything that's posted on here. And if we see something that should be directed to a community member who we know happens to have expertise in the area, we will post a comment and tag them in that comment to make sure that they are aware that that's on there. Because again, there's a
Oh.
lot of content on this board or on this site. And as a moderator and as Jason, as the founder of the organization, and we have like, the advisory board, if they see something and they'll be like, oh, Quinn asked something about voice AI, and we happen to know that Max Gibson is an expert in voice AI, they'll help steer that conversation and alert Max that Quinn has asked a question and he's got an interest in learning more about voice AI. And that is how the community intelligence can help help our members, get through all the information that's out there related to AI.
Mm. Great.
Okay. Do you have any questions
Okay.
about that?
Not really. I think, um, yeah, okay. I appreciate you guys going through the questions. I think that sounds like a really good way to start.
Right. Now, do know that I think everyone has this ability. If let's see, let's just take a look at Bara Man, who has left a post. It says paid GPT versus paid Claude. Click on Bara's name right there. I don't know her very well. She's fairly new. If you scroll down a little bit, say you like what Bara has to say. Now, actually, Bara hasn't said a whole lot, but if you see the contributions under Bara's name and you clicked on it's like under her name, and then it says active 23 hours ago, joined February 5th.
Ah,
And then there's
uh-huh.
it says contributions. If you clicked on that, go ahead and click on that. And then it says select a group to see contributions, and you click the down arrow next to that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's only in one group. Some people are in like 55 different school groups, but you can
Oh,
see all the contributions that Bara has made. So if you find an individual that you like what they say, or what they say resonates with you, or you can relate to their voice or their philosophy, and you want to find out more of what they've said, you would do it by going to their contributions, clicking on AI Marketing Forum right there. Go ahead and click on AI Marketing Forum. And again, this wasn't a great example because Bara has only made one contribution. But if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see that Bara's contribution was this post. And this is what she posted. This is how she responded to one of the comments. And that'll give you an idea of what Bara is about. But you can look at her profile and see some of the things she has contributed.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to take somebody like Max Gibson, someone that I just already mentioned. If you go up into the search bar and type Max, M-A-X, and his last name is spelled Gibson. And this is just for the purpose of demonstrating. Go ahead and hit your enter key. And you will see that if you click on members,
Oh,
which is, there we go, members,
okay.
there's one member, exactly. And then you can click on Max's name. And I'm really showing you how to dig deep. And now again, scroll down a little bit and see how many contributions. Okay, he's got 2.1 thousand contributions.
Wow.
Click on the 2.1K and then scroll down a little bit. You see that he's in 20, he's in 31 different school groups. So
Mm.
select a group to see contributions and then choose AI Marketing Forum, because that's really the only one that you're interested in seeing, I'm assuming. And
Mm.
then scroll down a bit, and
Mm-hmm.
you'll see these are all the contributions that Max has made, whether they be a post or a comment. But
Okay.
if it turned out that you think Max is like, a rock star and he talks about the things that you're interested in learning, that would be how you could see all the stuff that Max writes about.
Okay.
Okay. And
Great.
you'll find certain ones that you like, but I just wanted to be sure that you knew that you could kind of filter some of the content on this site so that you can find what you need when you need it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Great.
Before we run out of time, let me go ahead and hit the AI Marketing Forum in the upper left-hand corner again to take you to the home site,
Mhm.
and then go to Classroom. Okay, and I see that you are 100% through course one. Scroll down just a bit more. All right, you have not started course two yet, but I did notice that you are now eligible to start course two. You are also, you're almost eligible to start course three, but in course two, you can continue your learning journey. And thank you for clicking the check mark every time you completed a module, because obviously in course one, you have completed every single module, and that's why it says 100%. You
Mm.
can see that, and Jason and I can also see that.
Okay.
So if you had a question and I wanted to remind you, hey, you know what? You've already actually seen this in one of the modules. I would bring you right back to that. And that helps me to personalize my responses to you if you have a question about something. No question is stupid, as you know. You're a student, you're an advanced student, you know that. Ask as many questions as you need to. But sometimes it is hard to remember all the stuff that you've learned already from Jason, and I will help put you back to where you can like watch a video again. But I
Okay.
am happy to see that you have access to course two, which is Prep My Voyage. And I encourage you to just continue going through those courses. Uh, course two is filled with, I don't know, like 9 different modules. So I think that you'll be, um, those will be helpful to you as well as you work through them. Okay.
Definitely. Definitely. You'll get a start on that one.
Great. All right. All right. Again, any questions at this point before I move on?
Um, Are the courses more like marketing focused, I want to say? Is that the context?
The course 3 is very much marketing focused.
Okay,
And
cool.
so Jason's objective here was to provide you with a baseline of understanding of what AI is, to not only orient you to its potential, but to help to calm any fears. You know, a lot of people have a lot of fears about AI. So a lot of what he does in courses 1 and course 2 are to really help you understand what AI, the power of AI, including, you know, those areas where you should be aware that sometimes AI is completely wrong and that it's mostly about you, an expert in your field. And even if you don't feel an expert in the marketing field, Quinn, you are a critical thinker, just based on the education that you've achieved already. You understand how to think and how to think things through. So that, you know, obviously is going to be part of your expertise. In course 3, that gets into the marketing. So keep on posting things, or commenting. I will be sure to be following you and making sure that I like every comment that you put up here so that you achieve enough points. I think you only need 20 points or something like that to get to level 3. So you'll be there before you know it. So you should have access to all 3 levels within, you know, very short order.
Awesome.
Okay. So do
Okay.
those are basics, but definitely marketing is covered in course 3.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Course three.
And
Gotcha.
now and now is because I know that you've particularly got an interest in marketing. Go to the again, hit AI Marketing Forum in the upper left, take us back to there you go.
Okay.
And then calendar, hit the calendar, and then go to March 26th. I just posted this up here. Jason just made this live. This is a paid workshop, although he's making it extremely affordable for us inaugural members for $47 or something like that. Um, you can register for a 2-hour workshop, which is pretty marketing, I should say, very marketing focused. And if you were to click on that link right there, mutualintelligence .ai, that's a concept that he has trademarked. It starts out with the mutual intelligence starts with your personal expertise, your background, your experience. AI really isn't helpful to anybody unless you come to it with a, you know, fairly good set of brains, I guess, to put it simply.
Mm,
Um, and so you come, you know, AI depends on you being able to ask the right questions. So your expertise is the foundational level of mutual intelligence, but then learning how to prompt AI, ask the right questions. Okay, so I've got all this expertise, but I have questions. And Jason in this workshop helps us learn how to ask those questions. Kind of like, I'm not sure that the response that I gave to you regarding the personas, that wasn't like a super high level and super expert level view. However, I think that it was a good starting point, you know, and Jason will help you ask even better questions of the AI that you choose to use. By the way, are you using
okay.
ChatGPT at all?
I think barely just experimenting so far.
Okay. All right. And so the workshop is definitely going to help you experiment more. And I encourage you to, even if you don't take the workshop, just keep experimenting. And as you're in
Mm,
ChatGPT and you ask the question, like the way you posed your question in the community would be a great way to pose it to AI. You know,
mm,
my hiring manager wants to know how to understand her clients better, or something like that is what you did.
yeah,
how
right.
can i how can I help her do that? And then just, you know, say I am the marketing intern, or I am marketing advisory person on her staff. Tell ChatGPT who you are. That's creating your own persona, and let ChatGPT or whatever AI you choose. You could be using Claude or Gemini or whoever, but ChatGPT is the most prominent.
Mm.
And tell ChatGPT, this is the question I want to be able to advise my boss on. Just talk to ChatGPT like you would be talking to a person. Okay. And then when ChatGPT gives you an answer, continue in that same thread and
Mm.
say, because ChatGPT will say, here's my answer. What do you think of that? Or would you like me to elaborate on that? Do you need more details? Go ahead and say, yes, I need more details. I don't really understand what you mean when you say, and just talk to ChatGPT and keep it in the same thread. And
Mhm.
that thread will continue to build. Are you using the free version or the paid version of ChatGPT?
Just the free.
Okay. So the free version is really good, and you can make a lot of headway using just the free version. When you have the paid version, ChatGPT will remember your conversations. If you choose, you can
Okay.
always turn memory off for security purposes. But
Mm.
ChatGPT will always remember your conversations and will give you a list of those past conversations if you want to go back tomorrow and continue with that. And it's like, oh, you know what? I just thought of something else I want to ask about that conversation. You can open that conversation and say, hey, getting back to you on this, I gave it some thought, and now I would like a little more information about this. And
Oh, okay.
you can be that you can be kind of that succinct and subtle, because ChatGPT will remember what you asked it yesterday. And that's in the
Gotcha.
paid version, which I don't remember if they lowered the price or not. I was paying $20 a month for it, and I think they lowered the price because for whatever reason. But
Hmm.
so it's still affordable. And well, it's depending. But
Mhm.
you can get by with a lot on the free version, but I would really encourage you to just keep on one conversation and keep drilling AI. I like that answer, AI. You can even be really polite. Thank you very much. You're really smart. Now I want you to do this, and just keep that thread going, because it feeds off that thread.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
Always keeping in mind that it is artificial intelligence. It is not the end all and be all. If you question anything that it tells you, you should question everything. It
Mm.
doesn't mean it's fact, but it often will provide you with resources if you wanted to check the facts. But a lot of it is just, I think I mentioned this in the comment that I left for you the other day on the personas. Use it as a thought partner and keep kind of batting back and forth some ideas, push it a little bit, and let it create more ideas for you to think about and ask more questions about.
Mm. Okay.
Okay. So in this workshop that he's having on the 36th of March, he's going to provide us with a workbook as well as some prompts to help us get better at asking the right questions. And it will be marketing focused. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention.
Okay.
All right,
All
so
right.
you can check that out. This, by the way, he's got this video at the top of it. I think this is about a
Yeah.
20 or 22 minute, yeah, 22-minute video, which is, in that alone is an education. So you don't have to register for the workshop, but you could just watch that 22-minute video, and that will help you understand where he's going with this workshop.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So yeah, feel free to poke around on that. You're under no obligation until you hit the pay button. So,
Mm.
go ahead and really scrutinize that. And for sure, let me know if any of it doesn't seem to make sense. Part
Mhm.
of my job is to make sure that the content that we're making available to our community does make sense. So,
Mm.
anytime anything seems like weird, don't hesitate to let us know, because we're all learning.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Great. I can
Okay.
definitely do that.
Great. Okay. All right. So let's go back to the community again. Let's see, how would you do
Sure.
that? Just get to the,
Um,
there you go.
let's see.
Perfect. Yeah. And you can go to AI Marketing Forum. There's a lot more, as you can see, the classroom we talked about, the calendar you just looked at, that's, got every Tuesday is our onboarding, and you feel free to attend as many of those as you want, because a lot of times we just sit there and, BS a little bit, about what we're all working on.
Hmm.
The leaderboards show you who's most prolific in the community. And I think you're going to see Lisa at the very top of it. Tony Crow has been very, in this last 7 days, she's a fairly new member, really doing a lot. Marcus, and you can click on any one of those people and say, well, how did they achieve the leaderboard? You'll see that they're writing a lot of stuff. They're asking a lot of questions. They're commenting a lot. Again, a great way to find value in this community. These are people who, in my mind, are most valuable because they are serious about learning and about sharing what they know.
Hmm.
And that to me is what's really, and nobody's allowed to sell anything. Nobody's allowed to, like, try and get you to come and hire them as a consultant or anything. They get thrown out pretty quick if we see any of that kind of stuff going on. Um,
Hmm.
these are people who are here for the good of the community, to make sure that people at all levels, beginner to advanced, are are able to learn and share what they know.
Great.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. So that's the leaderboards. So that just gives you some of the little links right here on this main page that allow you to, just ask more questions and connect with people. If any one of these people, say, for example, Marcus, let's scroll down just a little bit. Marcus he wasn't at our last meetup because he hurt himself playing pickleball.
Ah,
But Marcus is in Boulder.
hmm.
He's got like 15 certifications in AWS. He's an engineer. You guys might relate. He's
Hmm.
older. He's retired.
Hmm.
So in that way, you're not the same. But if you were to click on Marcus and you wanted to connect with him again, you could always hit the chat button. You can follow him by hitting the follow, and then every time he posts, you'll get a notification, and that'll give you an idea of what Marcus is all about and what his areas of expertise are. And again, because you guys are both kind of the engineering types,
Hmm.
you might speak the same language, and you might find that to be a really easy way to relate to somebody who is also super interested in learning about AI.
Hmm. That's awesome.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, I can
Okay.
definitely.
All right. Do you have any other questions? I want to be sensitive to your time. It's a quarter of, almost a quarter of, and I just want to make sure that you've got a good starting point.
Um, yeah, I think, um, yeah, I think I am at a great starting point. Um, yeah, basically I'll be jumping between the questions and the class, and yeah, and then I could definitely reach out to Marcus too if I ever
Yeah.
want to maybe hear some technical insight or something.
Right. And you'll see that he's right now, he's very invested in security and AI agents.
Oh,
He's a
okay.
little over my head as far as technicality, but again, everybody's at a different level, and you might find that a very comfortable place.
Hmm.
And then the red bell notifications, you go ahead and
Right.
take a little bit of time to zip through those, clear them out if you want, so that
Hmm.
from this point forward, only the newest ones will show up, but you've got 60 some or something like that in there. I can't really make that number out, but
Oh yeah,
yeah, because
quite a lot.
apparently, yeah, because you just didn't know that they were there, and so I always bring people's attention to that. if I were to contact you, and I think you must have already seen that, it shows up in that little conversation bubble, and that will
Okay.
have a red bell, and it'll be like, Debbie has sent you a DM, a direct message.
Okay.
And so that's for somebody who has hit the chat button or, um, you know, chosen to DM you by searching your name and asking to send a personal chat.
Okay.
Okay. I
Awesome.
I will not be at the meetup tomorrow. I'm in Chicago right now,
Mm,
and we'll be here for another couple days. Um, but I will. I've never missed one since May, so I'm kind of like jonesing a little bit about that. But I will be. Hopefully, somebody will take down all the names of all the people who were there because I like to keep track of that.
mm,
Jason said he would, but I know that he's got a lot going on, so
yeah.
I'm just hoping for the best. So are you still planning on going to that session?
Yeah. Yeah. I
Good.
think I will be around.
Great, great. Okay. So enjoy that. Don't hesitate to contact me through the chats, through the DM, through email, whatever way you can get a hold of me. Because I really do see, I'm excited for you and the opportunity that you have to provide some marketing advice, particularly around AI, to this organization in Boulder. And so we would love to be able to do whatever we can to steer you in the right direction so that it's not rocket science, Quinn. You will, once you get going, I've got a feeling you'll be like, the learning curve will seem a little bit tough at first, but then boom, you'll be right up to speed once you start using it.
Mm. Oh, thanks.
All right.
All right.
Okay. All right. Well, if you don't have any more questions, I will let this render. Then I'm going to go have another glass of wine with my girlfriends, and 'cause we're sort of hanging out this afternoon. Um, but
Oh,
I
awesome.
will then I'll send you the link to this recording in case you want to record what we've reviewed. Just so that you got it.
Okay. Yeah,
All
that's
right.
perfect.
Okay. Great. All right. I'm glad
Well,
you made the time again. I appreciate it.
yeah, thanks for all your time and yeah, enjoy your afternoon. Safe
I
travels.
will. Okay. Thank you. We'll see you. We'll see you in April.
Okay, great.
All right,
Yeah.
talk to you later.
All
Bye-bye.
right. Bye.